This is the quiet southeast side neighborhood that was rousted out in the early morning with what they thought was gunfire. Police responded. The disconcerting event was reported by people in the 1800 block of 12th Avenue Southeast. This is what it looked like and sounded from video police provided. I talked with Aberdeen Police Patrol Sergeant Corey Pickerel about what happened.
Some people thought they may have seen somebody or some muzzle flash of some kind, but throughout the course of that investigation, we've gotten video sent in from personal camera. It shows pretty distinctly the shot of a firework going off, so we were able to clear that up pretty quickly.
It's not legal to shoot off fireworks, but no one has been arrested because no specific witness could be found. That wasn't the only thing that happened. There was an outbreak of vandalism in another area. Sergeant Pickerel fills us in.
People calling in with damages to windows of the vehicles, multiple vehicles with eggs that had been thrown at them. Well, so far we haven't made any arrests per se, but we do have 3 people we've identified, all high school age juveniles. And at this point, charges are pending and they will be pursued from the state's attorney's office.
Good resolution to it all. Police report there's no threat to the community, and they also compliment neighbors for having cameras available so they can find out those responsible. In Aberdeen, Alan Scott, Dakota News Now.